Hey Krishna, what are you doing?
Well, today is the basket service. It's a Wednesday morning, and I'm just looking at, this is our very crude administration of Solitude Farm. On a Wednesday, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 baskets to prepare. Actually, it's 8 because one person is away. So we're going to go and make 8 baskets of the produce that's just coming in from the farm, and you know, just create this weekly offering for our participants. Come. So there's a bit of corn coming in. So everyone get a corn each, like that. These ones are a little damaged. And then we have the cluster beans. So these are the cluster beans. This is a Pondi basket. So these people in Pondi, they've probably never seen their basket being made. So this will be really nice for them. So everyone gets a good handful of cluster beans. That's one person. That's another person, and that's another person. So that's Pondi. And these are the people in Oroville. So they're going to get a handful of cluster beans, handful of cluster beans, handful of cluster beans, handful of cluster beans, and handful of cluster beans. Then we have these little chilies that we love so much, the jalapeno sort of chilies. They're very yummy. And there's actually a few others, different colors in there as well. Orange and red, and there's actually some normal capsicums as well in there. So everyone will get a bit of that. This is such a delicious addition to the cooking, the jalapeno chilies. It really, really makes for a delightful taste. So we'll put a bit of those in the basket. So everyone can get, there's the Pondi people, 3 baskets in Pondi, 3 handfuls of that. Now these people, they've all paid in advance for their baskets. Some of the people have paid a year's subscription, and some of the people have already paid a month's subscription. Some people pay 3 months, some people pay 6 months. But the more they pay, the longer they pay rather, the cheaper it becomes. And some ladies' finger. The turkey berry is, again, it's one of these plants that grows just wild, you know. And it's a wild brinjal, basically. Some people are not really into it because they haven't learned how to use it. It's as simple as that. But we keep giving it to people with the hope that they get into it. We use it at the cafe. People come to the cafe and they're, it's so amazing. What's that? We say it's a weed. It's called turkey berry. You know, in Tamil we call it sundakai. Sama taste and ramma nalla irukkum. But you know, it grows it's so prolific. If people would eat it more, that's what would be the solution, you know, to all this, you know, how can we get food sovereignty? You have to understand what's local. You have to understand what grows without much water. You have to understand, you know, what has a higher medicinal and nutritional value. I think if people ate that regularly, diabetes would be gone from our society. You know, it's that much valuable. Then we have some radish here, and we'll just put those in the baskets. Just select the nice ones. We always try and give the nicest stuff in the basket. So if you have a chance to look at the video on how to make a foraging, you know, salad, you'll see lots of these spinaches here. There's the ponangani, there's the satanikire, there's the chicken spinach, there's the sweet potato leaf, there's the comolina, there's the alternantera, different varieties of sweet potato leaf. You know, it's basically a spinach bag that you get in the basket, which is packed full of nutrition and yet has no ecological cost, you know. And within that there's a huge virtue, because it actually points out to us that anyone could be taking this from their own garden. Actually, that's the aim of this, to empower people to say, oh man, it was great, thanks Krishna, but I'm not paying you anymore. I'll get that myself. I got it, it's there and it's out there and it's everywhere, it's all around me. This is the aim. Now, this is the moringa. You know, this moringa, which is the UNESCO's claim to be the superfood of the world. Man, these are all superfoods. It's just that this has been, you know, there's a lot of study being made about this. It's so abundant every week. It's just crazy how much it grows. So there's the Pondi people. Now the Pondi people, I think they will have more like Tamil style food. So they'll use that in samba. And also some of our Oroville people will also eat samba. But for some people, you know, you can't help the fact that they have a different culture. And they're like, well, how do I use this? I don't eat samba. So then what one of our participants has shown is to steam them, boil them, and then cut them open, and you have this, you know, this very mucousy inside, which is super yummy. And then they soak that in a vinaigrette, simple vinaigrette, lemon, oil, salt, pepper, whatever. And it tastes like sort of asparagus, you know, or what is it? Artichoke, she said, you know. And it's very yummy. We started to do it in the cafe, and people were like, wow, that's completely unique. So we give everyone a fruit. And then we give everyone a green papaya as well, so they can make salad or they can make a soup or a vegetable dish. These are not mature, but it's just, we need to give a little bit, we need to have a few more things in the basket. So this is the last thing that goes in the basket. These are soursop leaves. If you crunch them up, you smell, oh, they're so tasty. You know, they're very nice smell. And we make a juice with this. The hibiscus, we take off these petals like that, and we make a juice with that. So, juice kit. So, you know, you can see what these people have in their basket. They've got an amazing bunch of spinach in there. They got some green papaya. This person has some lady's finger and some ripe papaya. It has the juice kit, some radish, the jalapeno chilies, a little bit of corn, the drumsticks, some cluster beans, a bit of pumpkin, and you know, the basket I would say is slightly lean today. We also could add a bit more spinach to this. The only thing is, if you overload people with spinach, they're like, oh, what am I going to do with all this spinach? But then again, some other people, they say, like my cameraman, you know, they say, but we love it, you know, and we eat it like 4 times a week, you know, and they start adding the spinach into chutneys, they start making, you know, spreads with it, they start putting it into soups, they make curries with it, they add it into the dosa mix, put it in the mixie, and then they have a, you know, or they put it into smoothies. So we're going to add for them now in this basket the drumstick spinach. Now this stuff is the superfood, you know, the superfood in Europe. So we'll put 3 bundles of that per person. That's 1, 2, 3. There's 3 bundles of that. As the produce comes in from the field, more lady's fingers, you know, like everyone had enough radish, but there wasn't enough lady's finger, but there was enough drumstick, you know. As the things come in, as the seasons change, this is really for people, it's not a shop. It's more like a commitment to nature, actually. Our commitment is there. Our commitment is to say to the people, you know, wake up to this, start eating it, start recognizing it, start growing it, and stop buying it from us. We don't mind. There's some people that I help to make gardens. In the next month, they're never going to come again here to buy their vegetables. I lost my customer, but I gained, for me, that's my success. If people start to feel empowered to grow this themselves. There's this notification bell, which is really important, and the subscribe button, please hit them. So we're just building up at the moment, and any support we could get would be most welcome. I hope this video has meant a lot to you, and I look forward to sharing more in the future. Vanakkam.